It's the kind of place where everyone knows whose kid is whose, and we all care about all those children, whether or not they're ours.
With under 600 people calling it home, Granham is a town of ones. One gas station, one bank, and one school.
We have 42 kids. We have 3 divisions, a K to 3, a 4 to 6, and a 7 to 9.
Because it goes from K to grade 9, it makes me feel a lot of continuity and stability for my family. Like my bigger children can be here with my smaller children.
A boy came to me yesterday actually, and he went to a different school last year. And he said, you know what's funny, Mr. Bonnet, is I went to that school from kindergarten to grade 3, and I only knew mostly kids in my class. He says, I know every student in the school here. And so there's definitely a family feel.
Next school year, many of the classrooms in Granham School will look like this one once a week, empty. That's as the school adopts a 4-day school week to deal with low enrollment numbers.
I know it's been an issue for quite a while, and then it's just seemed to have resurfaced in the last few years after COVID, particularly, where a lot of people either moved away completely, started homeschooling.
We do have some families in our catchment area that have gone to other schools, and that was largely due to them working in those communities and the daycare that before school, after school daycare that wasn't available in Granham.
Since 2019, 14 rural schools across Alberta have closed their doors. The reason given for many of those closures was that there weren't enough students to justify keeping them open. As numbers dropped in Granham, the community worried their school could be next.
I had just got here and I loved the school, and then I was like, oh my goodness, don't close it, we like it, you know?
We did not want to have to close Granham, and so we were looking at lots of different options so we could keep that school open.
Some of the options discussed were switching to focus solely on elementary school, Christian-based programming, or creating an academy like other rural schools to attract more students.
I think in Lundbreak they have the ski academy or something like that.
But none of them just seemed to fit the area well, and so we decided to start with the 4-day school week.
There's instructional hours that are required. There's teacher time, instructional time required as well. So we condensed those into the 4 days.
The idea took some discussion and community buy-in.
Everyone was like, what? You know, what are we gonna, this isn't a good idea, but I actually was quite swayed in the meeting where they explained some of the benefits.
I feel like a lot of farming families would like the 4-day school week. The kids are there a whole day at home now to help on the farm, or potentially, you know, it could attract teachers that would love to have that 4-day school week.
Because we are a rural school, we have kids waiting. They take the bus and then they're waiting quite some time for school to start, and there are gaps in our day like that which are long for little kids.
Next year, this empty classroom is going to be turned into a childcare space, and that was really important for parents to come on board with the idea of a 4-day school week.
It's been a long time coming. I think people will be happy.
We were able to work with a childcare facility here in Fort Macleod and be able for them to come to Granham and be able to offer childcare.
That combo of the 4 days and then having this different kind of childcare will also make Granham very attractive. So that's what we're hoping anyway.
The school thinks it can attract some homeschool families and bring back students who left for other schools with childcare available.
But more importantly, if we can catch the young ones when they are just entering the school age, that they will become a permanent fixture.
But most of all, they're happy to keep their school.
It's actually my husband who painted this mural. It's our treasure, and so that's why I think you'll find most people are very passionate about it and wanting to keep it open and thriving.
Oseirete, CBC News, Granham.